Today I want to take you along on a little food experiment. We're looking at the cost of a holiday meal, a traditional turkey dinner with all of the fixings. Basically because we know the cost of everything has gone up. And so I wanted to look at what people living in rural communities are facing versus the city. How much of a difference is there really when you don't have the luxury to shop around for the deals? I decided to start here in Parrsboro, where the nearest town with more than one grocery store is 45 minutes away in Amherst. That leaves them with one option here at the local co-op. So here I have my grocery list, and we're looking at basically a meal for a family of 5, and I have, all the major things: turkey, bag of potatoes, carrots, all the vegetables, all the ingredients for stuffing and gravy, an apple pie, rolls, and cranberries. So there's 14 items on this list. We'll go inside and see how it tallies up. So for all of the items here in this cart, there's 14 in total. I wasn't able to get real cranberries. I had to get the can of cranberries, but everything else I could get. It was $86.49. So that was actually better than what I expected. A few things were on sale. The potatoes were on sale, and I got some good prices on the peas, for instance. The turkey was $30. And so now I'm just really curious to hear what people who live here think.
Everything, even in a week or two, price has gone higher.
Don't buy anything until it's on sale. Never pay full price.
I help out at the food bank, and see quite a few people in there. And boy, it's a rude awakening.
Buying all of this food for one meal isn't feasible for a lot of people, especially seniors or anyone living alone. And it's a need that's certainly been identified by local organizations with food drives and community meals. But there's one woman in particular who is making a big difference. Last Christmas, she made and delivered 43 turkey dinners in the community, and she plans to do it again this year. So we're going to head over there and hear all about it. Hi, April, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, thanks for having us. So we bought this food today, and we wanted you to have it for your community meals.
Okay, perfect, thank you so much.
So all of those groceries we got there today for the meal were $86.
Okay, so that's not too bad. I think at Thanksgiving time I spent about $110, so that's a pretty good price. I'd say some stuff must have been on sale this week.
And what do you expect the demand will be this year?
I'm thinking it will be a little higher because obviously increase in prices this year, and people are feeling the hardship. So I'm thinking we'll probably be upwards to around 60 anyway. I think the thing is for this small area is you have to watch the flyers. So when something comes on sale, you really have to stock up on it.
Okay, so we heard loud and clear that people in Parrsboro don't necessarily have the luxury to shop around, but for people in Halifax, it's basically a way of life. And I've been here looking at all the deals, and there certainly are some. So what we're going to do this time is take the same grocery list with the same 14 items, but this time we're going to 4 different stores in a 2-kilometer radius, and we'll see how it all stacks up. So that was the last of the items, all 4 stores in Halifax. And it was a lot of work going to all of those places, but we'll see how it adds up and how it compares. Now it's time for the drum roll. I have the final total of all of the stores I've gone to, and my Halifax grocery run cost $69.08. That's compared to $86.49 at the Parrsboro Co-op. That's a difference of $17.41. Now here to analyze this, I'm joined by Janet Music. She's with Dalhousie University. And so Janet, when you hear that difference, what goes through your mind?
In terms of what's happening in rural communities, this doesn't surprise me at all. Oftentimes they don't have the population density to warrant having a large grocer, so they often miss out on some of those bigger deals that, just economies of scale larger grocers are able to offer. And so then they're stuck with the prices that they can get at their local store.
Are more people going for the cheaper alternatives instead of the traditional turkey dinner?
You can have all of these items and maybe you have a chicken instead of a turkey, and you still get to have all of the sides that you love. It looks pretty much the same. In fact, it might even be easier to cook, and you will save money, right? And so we see people turning to those kinds of alternatives. And People are just going to replace, big expensive birds with maybe a ham. This idea of this kind of Dickensian turkey Christmas dinner, it doesn't apply to everyone. And then of course, we've been talking about immigration to Canada, lots of new Canadians. They might not even associate any of this food with holiday celebrations at this time of year. And so, we adapt our rituals, and we update our traditions in a way that works for us.
So there are other options if the traditional turkey dinner is too costly this year. But for many people, my own family included, it's hard to let go of that tradition. And that's exactly what this mother of 3 in Parrsboro told me.
It's a necessity thing that a lot of families have to provide when you have kids. So that makes it a big deal. You kind of have no choice but to provide the holiday dinners. But your everyday meals become something that are less.
Angela MacIvor, CBC News, Parrsboro.